Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the day in the life of me, Samuel Richards. We are 15 weeks out currently from 2 Bros Pro Bodybuilder Classic. That's a mouthful, isn't it? I wanted to really give you an insight into what an average day is like for me. I want to run you through a training day. First things first is that as soon as we wake up, this is 6:44 there, you can see, is that we have to have some time fasted every morning. We're now taking Clenbuterol and Yohimbine. If there's any insulin response within the body, if you've eaten, if you've drunk something with sugar or sweetener, it negates the effects basically. We are going to start our 2 hours fasted now. I'm going to take our Clenbuterol and our Yohimbine, and then we're going to go on our steps. But before any of that, today marks a check-in day. We check in twice a week, one on a Monday, one on a Thursday. Today is sort of main check-in, week-to-week check-in. We're also going to do a little bit of posing practice, just give you a bit of a behind the scenes. Looking through, finding some of the posing videos from before, which I've saved. Chris Bumstead, Melvin Anthony, Cedric McMillan, Kai Green, Brandon Harding's video on posing, the Posing Pro, NPC Online. So we've got a lot of different options. We're not going to do like loads of like trying to perfect the pose. We're just going to try some things and just do some different angles and just try and basically get it better than it has been so far. While we're here, I thought I'd run you through the cycle. Clen is in at 20 micrograms per day. Yohimbine is in at 5 milligrams per day. Then we have the testosterone enanthate, which is in at 250 milligrams per week. And we have primobolan, which is in at 300 milligrams per week. Currently, that's it. On the horizon are Mastron and potentially very close to the show Anavar. But for now, those doses were only changed in the last sort of week or so. It's been about a full week now that I've been on the thermogenics and fat burners, and that the test and primo doses were bumped up a little bit. So we're still very much moderate for a contest prep. Right now, I'm going to go throw some clothes on. I'm going to go out and get my steps in just to make use of some of this Yohimbine. Then we'll come back, sit down, talk through the day, have meal one, and then go to the gym for a full day. So we're just doing our check-in just before we go for our walk. It's important to get these things done early in the morning, especially the filming side of things, the posing, because you want to do this fasted first thing, not affected by water, not affected by all that kind of stuff. So we're just entering some really simple details with Josh, what we're weighing today, average weight, how the plan's going, how training's going. So I'll send this through to him now. We'll go on a walk and we'll see what his response is later on today. So what we're going to be doing now is I've got meal one coming up. Egg on toast, a staple of mine. I find it's really well satisfying, sets me up well for the gym, digests quickly. That's what you want. I get really tired of people saying that bread is bad for bodybuilding. I will then leave for the gym about 9 o'clock, get to the gym about 9:30. So we've had about an hour there between eating the meal and training. We then have an intra, which has between 30 and 50 grams of cyclic dextrin, about 15 grams of EAAs and some creatine. That alone is a decent amount of calories, and that sustains me through the hour to an hour and a half workout. I don't like performance dropping off. I like to be able to sustain through a workout, so I'd rather sacrifice some calories elsewhere to make sure that performance in the gym is on point and my body's fueled properly. As soon as we get back, so 10:30, I suppose, we'll then have Cocoa Pops and whey. We have that sort of directly afterwards. So basically, even if that bread wasn't enough to sustain me, for the 3-4 hours I'd usually have a meal, I'm having technically 2 meals in that time frame. So we have 2 egg yolks, 2 to 3 egg whites, 4 slices of half and half bread, seeded bread. That's what we have. We also have a bit of Eat Lean protein spreadable cheese because that's actually really macro friendly, almost as good as egg whites. I will run you through my scrambled eggs because I'm very strict about this. I was taught right, and even without butter or cheese or any of that lovely stuff, I still make them the right way. I'm going to go in with 2 whole eggs. Swear to God, I never get any shell in my eggs until the point where I press record. Predictable, right? Then we're going to go in with 3 egg whites. We're just going to really slowly cook them. If you want to get yourself something like a wooden spatula or one of those rubber, the silicone ones. And what we do quite simply is obviously break the eggs up. We stick that on the full heat, but as it starts to cook, we take it off, you put it back on the heat it back up, stir it, and that enables you to have loads of control. So here we have the scrambled eggs. So we've got some Eat Lean protein cheese between the slices, a little bit of reduced salt and sugar, tomato ketchup. If you're gonna have sauce, use it from the start, don't change it. And then if you're making any diet changes, that doesn't change either. So just because you're having maybe a worse food choice, you can't just smother it in sauce, right? Keep it consistent, then you don't have to account for it. I'm going to run you through my supplements that I take before the gym. This isn't necessarily pre-workout, this is just my health stack. Every week I divide all my day's tablets. So we've got multivitamins by Nutravita. Also by Nutravita we've got Omegas. Now Swiss Bioenergetics, right? Anyone in the UK or anyone who uses Amazon, check these guys out. I also have the orange tablets, which are cardio defense, that's heart. High strength taurine, this is for the cramping from Clen. Electrolytes for the cramping from Clen. This is not on the high street. We've got telmisartan, helps with blood pressure, with a lot of other stuff. I can't really say whether it's worth it or not. I've only just introduced it to Josh. It's non-negotiable, so we got it. Got our Intra prepared, along with Total War and Big Noise from Redcorn 1. They are the current pre-workout stack. And it's England, it's a beautiful day, so we're gonna go get drenched and have a walk to the gym. So we've got meal 2. It's 125 grams of Cocoa Pops, 45 grams of Impact Whey protein, salt and caramel flavour. That's from My Protein. I like to keep the base stuff like EAA's protein, simple. Bulk powders, My Protein, the protein works. Nothing too fancy. It's about 105 grams of carbs, 6.6 grams of fat, 42 grams of protein, half an hour post-workout. Obviously that intro's kept us going. This will be it for now. Good session. And I'll see you for meal 3. So changes from today's check-in. So everything to do with calories, diet is exactly the same. We are going to be bumping Clen up to 40 micrograms per day and Yohimbine up to 10 milligrams per day. So that will increase the amount of thermogenics, reduce the need to bring food down. We're looking quite good at the minute. The back starting to come in, midsection's coming in even more. Those are the points I'm really worried about. So yeah, happy with where we are. So we're moving on to meal 3. So we've had our eggs on toast and our prep food. We've had our intra, had our post-workout, so 2 proper meals there. We're gonna have jasmine rice for the rest of the meals as our carb source. So it's one of the better carb sources, and honestly, I had to go back to basmati recently. Basmati. Honestly, the difference is incredibly strong. Like, jasmine has that fragrance, that flavour. It's very easy to eat a lot of, and it just makes this whole thing easier. The type of rice you choose makes a big difference. So we're going to measure out 200 grams. I'm going to stick it in the rice cooker, and that'll prep us for the next 2 meals. Always really exact, has to be on the dot per the gram. I don't like to mess around because throughout the day then, you add a gram here or there, you've got about another 10 to 50 calories. So what we're going to do now is, we've got the rice there, 200 grams worth. We're going to wash it. Wash your rice. It is imperative. So we've washed the rice, fill it back up with water, usually wash it a couple of times, but in this instance we're a bit time poor, so we're not going to be doing that. I don't season it at this point. You can do, but what I usually do is I will throw in some peri-peri seasoning, mix it through the rice once it's all done. So we've had the rice cooking away for a bit too long, for an hour. What we've done is we've just stuck some peri-peri seasoning through it. We're going to have broccoli, but I messed up. Busy at work, so we're just going to stick some salad on there to get some veg in. The chicken I cook with garlic, Italian and chicken seasoning. Macros for this meal are about 90 grams of carbs, about 6 grams of fat, and about 45-50 grams of protein. So full disclosure, it is far too late. I should not be eating my last meal now. When Tegan goes away, I just get too much done of like my own stuff. So I've actually edited most of this video while I've been waiting for this meal. Turkey mince, we just actually fried it up with the rice in the end. We didn't make it into burgers or anything. Got some broccoli, which was cremated, English mustard, American mustard, and a little bit of cheddar because we had some extra fat and protein. So this meal works out to about 17 grams of fat, 40 grams of protein, 90 of carb. Our total macros for the day were 201 grams of protein, 421 grams of carbs, and 51 grams of fat. So we're pretty much nailing the calories in the head there. I want to tuck into this. Do follow my Instagram because that's where all the updates come from though. SJR Classic on Instagram. I post all my check-ins Monday and Thursday, keep you up to date, do a bit of a walk and talk on there so you get some daily information from me, or you get to listen to me chat shit. One of the two, or both. I'll see you there.